Alam mo, hindi ko talaga in-expect na mahuhook kami agad sa Malaysia. From the towering skyline of Kuala Lumpur to the timeless charm of Malaka, every stop gave us a different reason to fall in love with this country. First time namin dito as a family, and in this video, we'll share our real experiences, helpful travel tips, and everything you need to know before visiting Malaysia. This is our Malaysia trip. Tara, samahan niyo kami. Let's go! Before anything else, quick shout out muna sa ating travel partner, Chelsea Travel. Kung may plano rin kayong mag-explore sa iba't ibang destination sa Pinas, masulit ang biyahe with Supercat, TransAsia, and Starlight Ferries. And here's something for you. Get 5% off when you book and pay online at chelseatravel.ph. Just use my exclusive promo code LAYAGALDEN at checkout. Our flight is from Cebu via Philippines AirAsia Flight Z27114. Inabot ng halos 4 na oras ang biyahe papuntang Kuala Lumpur at ang airfare namin is around 13,800 pesos per person. Pagdating namin bandang 4:45 PM, dumiretso na kami sa private airport transfer na in advance kong binook via Klook. Nasa 1 oras ang biyahe papuntang city center. Dahil 4 kami, Toyota Alphard ang sinakyan namin na nakakahalaga ng around 3,022 pesos para sa buong grupo. For this trip, we're staying at Soho Suites, KLCC, through Airbnb for 5 nights. We paid almost mga 29,000 pesos din for this entire stay. Pero it's a 4-bedroom unit, perfect for our group. The best part, my friends, we're staying mga 42nd floor ata kami with incredible views of both the Petronas Twin Towers and the KL Tower. Definitely one of the highlights of staying here. It's now our first full day in Kuala Lumpur, and we're starting the morning with a visit to Batu Caves. Instead of taking a Grab all the way, we first booked a Grab to KL Central Station, then took the train to Batu Caves. If you're traveling as a group, guys, taking a Grab directly is actually more convenient, but since we don't have trains in our province dito sa Pinas, we wanted to experience Malaysia's rail system, and honestly, it was a great experience. The train was clean, comfortable, and surprisingly not crowded. Dahil siguro weekday kami pumunta doon. Alright, my friends, we are now at Batu Cave Station. Sumakay tayo ng train from KL Central, and yung fare namin, 4 kami, 175 pesos. So, maglalakad tayo ngayon papunta sa Batu Cave. The good thing is, libre yung entrance sa Batu Cave. We are now entering Batu Caves. Ano lang guys, mga 10-minute walk going there from the station. CR muna tayo. Kung mag-CR kayo guys, it's 1 ringgit, and the good thing is they accept card. Pwede yung GCash card niyo. Just to give you a perspective, nandyan yung station, train station, then maglalakad ka from there, and then going there. Malapit lang naman. Nandyan yung Batu Cave entrance. And here we are at Batu Caves. It's a hot day. And it's a Tuesday ngayon. And here we are at Batu Caves, one of the most famous landmarks in Malaysia, and definitely a must visit when you are in Kuala Lumpur. It's located about 13 kilometers from the city and is home to a 400 million year old limestone cave that has been transformed into an important Hindu temple.
Ang pinakaunang bagay na makikita nyo that will really grab your attention is this massive golden statue of Lord Murugan, standing over 42 meters tall. It's one of the tallest statues of Lord Murugan sa buong mundo. At syempre, right beside it are the famous 272 rainbow-colored steps leading to the main cave. Normally, this is where everyone starts climbing. But for us, we'll be skipping the stairs today because yung parents ko guys, mga seniors na, and 272 steps is no joke. Honestly though, we're not disappointed at all. The view from below is already amazing. You can really appreciate the colorful staircase, the towering statue, and the dramatic limestone cliffs all in one frame. Ang Batu Caves din ay isa sa mga pinaka-importanteng Hindu pilgrimage sites outside India. During the Thai Pusam festival, this place comes alive with over 1 million devotees and visitors celebrating in a truly unforgettable way. We spent an hour din dito sa Batu Caves. We really did enjoy the scenery, napaka-intricate ng Hindu architecture. After that, nag-grab kami papunta sa next stop natin of the day.
That's the Sultan building behind me. Sobrang init guys. Tirik na tirik ang araw ngayon. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. Yung itinerary natin, papasok tayo sa building. And we got so lucky because actually it was refurbished, it was restored. And dati, tourists were not allowed to go inside. But ngayon, we are all welcome. So we're gonna get inside and then maglalakad tayo papunta sa Central Market. Doon tayo magla-lunch. Napakainit. And the place is not crowded actually. Probably magiging crowded dito sa hapon or sa gabi kasi maganda yung lights.
This is the Sultan Abdul Samad building, one of Kuala Lumpur's most iconic landmarks. Yung building na to was built in 1897 and once served as the center of the British colonial administration. Its beautiful Moorish-style architecture with copper domes and a 41-meter clock tower makes it one of the city's most photographed buildings. Napakaganda niya in person guys. The building is really striking and the good news is it's free to visit so you can walk around and admire its stunning architecture up close. It's located right across Merdeka Square, where Malaysia declared its independence in 1957. It's a great stop if you want to experience a piece of the country's rich history.
So beautiful here guys. Napakalinis. The architecture is really stunning. Central Market from here is just mga short, mga 5-minute walk. Medyo mainit nga lang.
We started our visit to Central Market with lunch, where we finally got to try nasi lemak, Malaysia's national dish. Our meal cost around 400 pesos per person, and kung first time niyo sa Malaysia, this is definitely a must-try. After lunch, we explored Central Market, one of the best places to buy souvenirs in KL. This historic market has been around since 1888.
Nakabili na tayo ng pasalubong. Hindi naman masyadong mahal dito. Marami na to and the good thing here at Central Market is air-conditioned yung place. So, okay na okay dito. If you're looking for pasalubong, this is the perfect place because you'll find almost everything in one stop.
making souvenir shopping quick and easy. After Central Market, nag-grab ulit kami papunta sa condo to rest. And here it is, our first glimpse of the Petronas Twin Towers in person. Honestly guys, I can still remember my moment nung nakita ko yung Petronas Twin Tower up close. I've seen pictures and videos of this building a million times, pero in person talaga, the first moment na lumingon ako sa building, grabe, sobrang laki pala niya. It's more elegant and more impressive than we have ever imagined. Syempre, this was the highlight of our Kuala Lumpur trip, so we made sure to book tickets to the observation deck. We reserved the 5:30 p.m. slot through Klook for around 2,000 pesos din per person. Make sure to book in advance because tickets sell out fast, especially during the peak season. Our visit started at the famous Sky Bridge, which connects the two towers. We were given 10 minutes here to explore. Then we headed all the way up to the observation deck, which we were rewarded with breathtaking views of KL. The Petronas Twin Towers stand 452 meters tall, with 88 floors, and have held the title of the world's tallest twin towers since they were completed in 1998. They were also the tallest buildings in the world from 1998 to 2004 before Taipei 101 in Taiwan took the title. Pero ngayon, the towers remain Malaysia's most recognizable landmark and symbolizes the country's rapid growth and modern skyline. After exploring the Twin Towers, bumaba lang kami sa Surya KLCC Mall. Ito yung mall mismo underneath the Twin Towers. Kumain kami ng Chinese food sa Dali Dim Sum. We spent around 3,000 pesos for the four of us. Okay na din yung price at masarap din. After dinner, we just strolled around the mall. Hindi naman siya striking kasi parang nasa Pinas lang din yung mall, although it's filled with luxury brands. But wait until you step outside the mall on the opposite side of the towers. They have this really huge park in the middle of the city. It's called KLCC Park. And wait for the 8 p.m. fountain show because KL really comes alive at night. The reason why 8 p.m. pa yung fountain show is because pag 7:30 pa guys, maliwanag pa dito sa Kuala Lumpur. Anyway, if you missed the 8 p.m. show, meron pa din namang 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. And while waiting for the fountain show, you can simply walk around KLCC Park. I highly recommend na mag-ikot-ikot kayo sa KLCC Park. They have a dedicated jogging track and it's 1.3 kilometers long. The reason why is you can have different viewpoints of Petronas Tower. And I swear, kahit saang angle ng Petronas Twin Towers, napakaganda niya guys sa gabi. And make sure balikan nyo din yung Sultan Abdul Samad building. It's just near to KLCC Park because it really feels different at night. The next day, we left Kuala Lumpur for a full-day tour of Malaka, a UNESCO World Heritage City. We booked this tour through Klook for around 2,300 pesos per person. Nag-joiner tour lang kami and it was a really convenient way to explore the city's top attractions without worrying about too much about transportation. Kasi Malaka is 2.5 hours away from KL. Yung first stop namin was St. Peter's Church, and as Catholics, we were really happy. The oldest functioning Roman Catholic church in Malaysia is this church. It was built in 1710 during the Dutch colonial period, and it's still active today after more than 300 years later. Napakasimple lang ng facade niya, pero maganda yung surroundings because they have a cute garden and you can take photos. Binigyan kami ng mga 15 to 20 minutes to take photos and videos dito. When you step inside, you can really feel the history because everything is preserved according to our tour guide. Yung wooden interiors, the altar, the stained windows have been preserved, making it feel like you've traveled back in time. Siyempre, as Catholics, visiting St. Peter's Church is definitely a great first stop before exploring the rest of Malaka. And then our tour guide has shown us a different variety of durian. Tapos palakad-lakad lang kami until we reach a good vantage point or a viewing point sa isang floating mosque in the Strait of Malaka. After a couple of minutes, we arrived in our lunch spot. It's a local restaurant and yung 2,000 pesos nyo kasama na yung lunch. So, sulit na sulit siya. The good thing is yung lunch nila is very okay, very familiar sa panlasang Pinoy. Shortly after lunch, we started our walking tour. Sabi ng tour guide namin, the tour is gonna take about 3 hours. But just to set your expectations, hindi namin tinapos yung 3 oras kasi napakainit dito sa Malaka. It's very humid all year round. The good thing is, yung tour guide namin mismo yung nagsabi sa amin na pwede namang mag-separate sa tour group kung hindi kaya yung ibang sites. Because there are certain areas in Malaka na aakyat ka ng stairs going up to a certain vantage point. So in the middle of the tour, we decided to separate from the group and he just told us that we're gonna meet in a particular spot in a particular time. And so we began our tour in Malaka in our own pace.
Alright my friends, we are now at the central part of Malaka. Kumbaga ito yung kanilang kilometer zero. This whole area surrounding me is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So this is an important landmark in all of Malaysia. The fountain behind me is a fountain dedicated to Queen Victoria of the United Kingdom.
This is exactly the reason why we're having a tour in Malaka. This is one of the most historic cities in Malaysia and a place that feels completely different from Kuala Lumpur. It's recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage City because of its rich history and well-preserved heritage. What makes Malacca so unique is that it was once ruled by the Portuguese, the Dutch, and the British. And makikita nyo pa din yung influence of each one in the city's architecture, food, and culture. Habang naglalakad kayo, you'll notice colorful colonial buildings, old churches, and charming streets that make it feel like you're stepping back in time. Despite all that history, yung Malacca guys doesn't really feel like an open-air museum. As in, buhay na buhay siya. It's full of cafes, local shops, and street food. Napakainit nga lang. But there's always something to explore. Majority ng activities namin dito is tumambay lang sa isang place na may aircon. If you're staying in KL, a day trip to Malacca is definitely worth it. It's a perfect mix of history, culture, and great food, all packed into one beautiful city. It's another beautiful morning here in Kuala Lumpur, and today is a special day because we are celebrating Mama's birthday. Sinadya din talaga namin na yung birthday niya will be celebrated here in Malaysia. And as Catholics, tradition talaga natin na pupunta sa isang church to light a candle and say a little prayer for our birthday. And we're so blessed because we found St. John's Cathedral dito sa Bukit Nanas. Malapit lang din sa Airbnb namin. This is considered as the mother church of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Kuala Lumpur. This was originally built in 1883. Although 2.1% lang talaga ang Catholic population dito sa KL, it's still good to know na may mga Catholics dito. And luckily, yung cathedral nila mismo is just a 5-minute grab ride to their Chinatown, which is called the Jalan Petaling Street. This is one of the busiest shopping streets in the city, so kung mahilig kayo mag-shopping, this is the place to be. You can find literally everything, from souvenirs, clothes, bags, local snacks, and plenty of street food. And the good thing is, pwede kayong tumawa dito. Kahit hindi kayo mahilig mag-shopping, it's still a fun area to walk around, soak in the atmosphere, and experience a different side of Kuala Lumpur. At dahil nga birthday ni Mama today, syempre, dapat extra special ang lunch namin. So we headed to KL Tower. This is one of the most iconic landmarks in the city. I have booked our buffet lunch in their Orbit revolving restaurant through Klook. That's 2,039 pesos per person on a weekday, plus 900 pesos for the 4 of us to be seated in the window seat. This is the Orbit Revolving Dining Restaurant, located 282 meters above ground inside KL Tower. Ito na ang pinakamataas na revolving restaurant sa buong Kuala Lumpur, and probably one of the city's most unique dining experiences. Yung restaurant kasi, it completes a slow 360-degree rotation in about an hour or so. So while kumakain kayo, the view is constantly changing. From here, you can spot famous landmarks, syempre Petronas Twin Towers, Malacca 81, and the rest of KL's skyline from every angle. But the biggest question is, masarap ba? I would say na okay lang. Malaysia is predominantly a Muslim country, so don't expect seeing lechon or even pork dishes in general dito sa buffet. Although they have a huge selection of dishes because this is an international buffet. There's pasta, there's vegetarian pizza, and there's a huge selection of desserts. May mga masasarap talaga, meron din mga food na okay lang. But honestly, people don't come here just for the food. They come here for the experience. Dining high above the city while watching KL slowly unfold beneath you is something na you don't see and find in many places. So it's definitely a memorable birthday lunch for us. We spent mga 2.5 hours din dun. Sobrang busog namin, grabe. At tinodo ko na nga ang celebration today. Nag-book ako in advance through Klook sa Grand Afternoon Tea sa Grand Hyatt Hotel. Yung regular price ito mga 2,000 pesos plus, but since I have vouchers on Klook, so I got it on a discounted rate, mga 1,700 pesos. Dito naman sa hotel, it's served with a selection of 5-star savory bites, as in hindi ko kilala yung mga pagkain, although it's paired with coffee and freshly baked pastries and classic desserts. Hindi ko na video guys kasi sobrang na-food coma na ata ako, but I'm gonna show you our pictures together. The hotel overlooks Petronas Twin Towers, so we get to enjoy your afternoon tea with one of the best views in the city. Super worth it dito.
Alright my friends, we just had our afternoon tea sa Grand Hyatt Hotel. It's a special day today kasi nga birthday ni Mama. So, minsan lang kami pupunta sa 5-star hotel guys. Per person that was almost 2,000 pesos. Absolutely worth it. I mean, you saw the killer views, right? Napakaganda. So, kasama ko sister ko ngayon. Si Mama at Papa are having a rest sa condo and we're heading to KLCC Park because luckily KLCC Park is just 10 minutes away from our Airbnb. Kuala Lumpur is very beautiful. The streets are very walkable and ngayon it's 6:45 in the evening and maliwanag pa. It's heavy traffic guys. I'm not sure pero feeling ko yung business hours dito is 9 to 6. Kasi 8 o'clock, hindi pa masyadong maliwanag. Kasi yung sunrise dito is around 7 o'clock in the morning. And yung sunset is 7:20ish p.m. Nandito na tayo ngayon sa KLCC Park. And this is a really popular jogging and exercising spot. Pero hindi ako jogging today kasi wala akong running shoes. And I don't run. Ano lang, konting jog lang.
If you are planning a trip to Kuala Lumpur one day, make sure na mag-allot kayo ng time to slow things down. Maglakad-lakad lang dito sa KLCC Park. I'm telling you guys, this is one of the best moments in traveling. When you slow things down, wala kang ginagawa, wala kang itinerary, wala kang schedule na hinahabol. And I'm telling you again, napakaganda ng Petronas Twin Towers in person. Lalo na paggabi. As in, para siyang jewelry, kumikinang siya tuwing gabi. Ganon siya kaganda, guys. For our last full day in Kuala Lumpur, we decided to explore Bukit Bintang, the city's most popular shopping and entertainment district. Kung mahilig kayo sa shopping, food trip, or simply want to experience the modern side of KL, this is the place to be. The streets are always lively with shopping malls, cafes, restaurants, and people from all over the world. Ang first mall na in-explore namin is the Pavilion Kuala Lumpur, one of the city's most famous luxury malls. It opened in 2007. Pavilion is home to hundreds of stores including international luxury brands, kita nyo naman, from Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Prada, alongside with popular brands that most travelers would recognize. Kahit hindi kayo magsha-shopping dito, it's worth visiting just to admire the architecture and the vibes. Napaka-elegant din ng interiors. The mall also has a huge dining area with plenty of local and international restaurants. We had Chinese cuisine for lunch at Fahrenheit Mall. Just so you know, there's a lot of shopping malls around Bukit Bintang. You can easily spend an entire day just roaming around these huge shopping malls. After Pavilion, we made our way to the Exchange TRX, or simply TRX, KL's newest lifestyle and shopping destination. Kumpara sa Pavilion, TRX has a much more modern and futuristic feel. The architecture is really stunning with bright open spaces, beautiful interior design, and a lot of natural light, which I really like. If you are visiting KL and only have time for a couple of malls, I recommend visiting both Pavilion and TRX. Pavilion gives you that classic luxury shopping experience in the heart of Bukit Bintang. Tingnan nyo naman dito paggabi, guys. It's very vibrant. Yung TRX naman showcases the city's exciting future with its sleek design and modern atmosphere. Together, they show just how diverse and vibrant Kuala Lumpur really is. Tara mga tao na. For our dinner, we went back at Surya KLCC, yung mall sa ilalim mismo ng Petronas Twin Towers. For me, mas maraming options dito, and let's talk about their food court na based on my research, they have a seating capacity of 1,000 people and there are endless options. Before heading home, we took it easy on our last morning in Kuala Lumpur and just enjoyed the view from our condo one last time. We checked out before lunch and made our way to KL Central, where we grabbed our final meal before heading to the airport. From there, sumakay kami ng KLIA Express, which got us to the airport in just 28 minutes. The ticket cost is around 700 pesos per person. Sa totoo lang guys, mas mura yung Grab kasi grupo kami. It would have been cheaper for our group. But we chose the train because we wanted to experience another side of KL's public transportation. And it definitely did not disappoint. It departed on time, arrived on time. It was fast, clean, comfortable, and a stress-free way to end our trip. Every trip leaves a story, and this one definitely gave us one to remember. Malaysia, thank you for welcoming our family. Alam naming marami pa kaming hindi napupuntahan, so hindi ito goodbye. See you again soon. If you enjoyed traveling with us, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you again in our next trip. Cheers!